In this video, you will learn about the inscribed angle theorem. The inscribed angle starts at the edge of the circle and emanates out. The inscribed angle is always half of the intercepted arc. So this is my intercepted arc, which is 102 degrees. The inscribed angle is x. So half of 102 is 51 degrees. That means that x is 51 degrees. Example number 1. Find the measure of the angle indicated. So in this case, I'm looking for the inscribed angle. And I know that the inscribed angle is half of the intercepted arc. My intercepted arc is 80 degrees. So half of 80 is 40. That means my inscribed angle is 40 degrees. Example number 2. Find the measure of the arc indicated. So it looks like I'm looking for arc DC. In order to do that, I need to find the inscribed angle, which is here. Well, I notice that I have a triangle here, and all the angles added together in a triangle equal 180 degrees. So I'm going to take 70 and 49 and add them together. That's going to give me 119 degrees. Now I'm going to subtract from 180, and that will give me the missing angle. When I subtract, I end up with 61 degrees. That means that the inscribed angle is 61 degrees. So now I know that my inscribed angle is always half of the intercepted arc. So I'm going to take 61 and multiply it by 2. That's going to give me 122 degrees. That means that the measure of arc DC equals 122 degrees. Example number 3. Solve for x. Since I'm solving for x, that means I have to write an equation. Well, I know that I have an intercepted arc of 192 degrees. And I also have an inscribed angle. Well, I know that my inscribed angle is half of the intercepted arc. So all I have to do is take 192 and divide by 2. That will give me 96 degrees. That means that my inscribed angle equals 96 degrees. So now I can write my equation. So I have 31x plus 3 equals 96. I need to move 3 to the other side, so the inverse of a positive is a negative. So I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. This will cancel out. I'm going to bring down 31x equals 96 minus 3 will be 93. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 31 to isolate x. This will cancel out. X equals 93 divided by 31 will give me 3. So that means that x equals 3. Example number 4. Find the measure of angle NLM. So I'm looking for the measure of this angle here, NLM, which is also an inscribed angle. Well, in order to find the inscribed angle, I need to solve for x. I know that a whole circle is 360 degrees, and this diameter here cuts the circle in half. That means each side of my circle is 180 degrees. So that means 13x minus 10 plus 7x minus 10 equals 180 degrees. So I'm going to write my equation. 13x minus 10 plus 7x minus 10 equals 180 degrees. Now I'm going to combine like terms. So I have 13x plus 7x. That's going to give me 20x. And then I have negative 10 plus a negative 10. That's going to give me negative 20. And bring down 180. Now I'm going to move the negative 20 to the other side. So the inverse of a negative is a positive. So I'm going to add 20 to both sides. So this side will cancel out. So I have 20x equals 180 plus 20 will give me 200. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 20 so I can isolate x. This will cancel out. X equals 200 divided by 20 gives me 10. So now I can find out what the intercepted arc is, which is here. So I'm going to plug in 10 into x. So I have 7x minus 10, And wherever I see an x, I'm going to plug in 10. So I have 7. Plug in my 10. Bring down negative 10. So 7 times 10 will give me 70. Minus 10, that's going to give me 60. 70 minus 10 is 60. That means that my intercepted arc equals 60 degrees right here. Well, I know that the inscribed angle is half of that. So half of 60 is 30. So that means that the measure of angle NLM is 30 degrees. And that's how you solve for inscribed angles in their arcs.